looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking for space. It's Fletcher. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that's two really good plays in a row by this defense. Nice job, man. They are on it. You can tell. Reacting to what's going on, rushing the passer, being disciplined, tackling. The most important thing is getting guys on the ground. Now they forced an advantageous situation on 3rd and long.
So Miami signals for a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. When a defense gets a sack, you know what they want? Another sack. 3rd down coming. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Here's Mensah to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Throws to the wideout. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And he needed every little bit of strength to somehow sneak that over the crossbar. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Fletcher. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Mensah. Quick completion on the out route. Snags it, and he's open. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And the Hurricanes look to keep this drive humming. Throwing, Mensah. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. That's just inexcusable. A delay of game penalty there, and now it is 2nd and a mile and a half. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start will back them up 5. It's 2nd and long. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
To throw, it's Edwards. Fires on the move. Finds space on the right. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. Turning it on. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him, and you just get it to him, and he does the rest, and that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chews it up after the catch, making his quarterback look great.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Edwards. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. He's got it and still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! On to attempt the try. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the wideout. Here's Mensah to throw. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. A run for the quarterback.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And it's no good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the UCF Knights. And it's the Sooners looking for a 3rd straight victory today following that week 1 defeat. And they're on top right now against another solid team. This outcome today could define each of their seasons. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is...
Maybe a crease. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Miami! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. From inside the 15, here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Lets it fly. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking for room. It's Fletcher. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Mensah makes the grab. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Running inside. It's Fletcher. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Throwing, Mensah. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
The Canes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Touchdown, Hurricanes! He got it, beat down in bounds. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella...
Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And his passing game, they can't get in sync, man. They can't get in rhythm. It seems like all game it's been a struggle. Nice job by the defense, dropping back, breaking on the football, but this offense has to find their rhythm somehow, some way.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. The run inside. It's Fletcher.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Makes the catch. It's Vaughn. Breaks the tackle. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Delayed handoff. It's Pringle. Hood got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Canes! And the punishment has been extended.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. That is the junior tight end who they are taking a look at, and we'll have Holly Rowe check on his situation. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Edwards. Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Washington. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So first down, we'll open up the final period. They'll run it from the gun. Might have a chance. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
On 4th down, going to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And the D brings the heat, man, and they catch him a little bit off guard. Quarterback doesn't know where to go with the football. Man, the worst thing you can do on 4th down is take a sack. It doesn't matter if you get an INT. Throw that thing up. Give your receiver a chance to make a play. He holds on to it too long, and the defense gets the sack.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Jumped on top of the pile. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes. Nowhere to go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Gonna run it. It's Pringle. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. The Hurricanes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Back to pass, it's Edwards. Oh, they're after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Miami! A pick 6. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Just one of those mistakes. It can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Thurman. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And what a great job by the QB, man. Seeing the blitz, understanding I got to get the football out of my hands as soon as I possibly can, and he puts it on the numbers to his receiver where he can get those yards after the catch. Great timing, but more importantly, great job seeing what that defense was doing and getting rid of the football.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
And as a quarterback, man, you have to have a short memory, right? Be able to put mistakes behind you. He threw an interception last possession. Who cares? Nice job coming out, getting organized, getting the play down, having confidence, and now they're moving the ball right down the field.
Fires into the end zone, and it's picked off for the fourth time today.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.